Hi, Ms. Hancock here, and today we're going to talk about real-world problems using addition and subtraction of integers. The standards that we're going to talk about is 7.NS.1d and 7.NS.3, and we're going to go ahead and jump right in. I know that when I teach solving word problems in my classroom, my students absolutely love it, and because we know we're going to have fun. So we're going to start out with reading the problem. Sometimes you might need to read the problem once or twice to kind of get it in your head. So we're going to start out with writing down what do we know, and we're going to pull that from the story. Diver's elevation is -5 feet relative to sea level. A school of fish is swimming at an elevation of -12 feet. What is the difference in the elevation between the diver and the school of fish? So what we know is we know that the diver is at -5 feet. We know that the fish is at -12 feet. And we know that we're looking for the difference. And difference means the solution to a subtraction problem. So that means we're going to subtract. So, and sometimes people like to underline or circle the information that's in the story. That's great too. You do what works for you. I'm okay with that. I do like for my students to list what they know. All right, so we know we're going to do a subtraction problem, but we got to figure out what goes in front and what goes in the back. Well, right here it tells you that the diver will be my first term, and so that would be -5 feet. Minus the school of fish, which is -12 feet. I'm going to put that in parentheses. So there is my problem that I'm going to work. And as we work this, it's a minus problem. And we know that we need to change subtraction problems of integers into an addition problem. So we're going to use the rule keep, change, change. So I'm going to keep the first term. I'm going to change subtraction to addition. And I'm going to change this -12 to a +12. And now we have an addition problem. Remember the rules for the addition problem is if the terms have the same sign, we would add. If they have different signs, we subtract. These two terms have different signs, so we're going to subtract. And, you know, I'm going to put it in my head, and I'm going to say 12 minus 5. I like to put the bigger number first when I'm subtracting. So I'm going to do 12 minus 5, and that's going to give me 7. Well, now I need to figure out what is the largest absolute value. Remember that we find the sign based on what the largest absolute value is, and the largest absolute value is 12, so the answer is going to be +7. So the difference between the diver and the school of fish is 7 feet. Okay, now what if reading the problem that's hard for you? There are other ways to do it. You know, think about, you know, if you're diving into the water, you're going up and down. So draw a number line and use it. That's a great way to do it. So you're at 0. Here's 0 right here at the number line. And the diver is already here. The diver is at -5. The fish would be at -12 right there. Went down a little bit too far to start with. Okay, and we want to know the difference between the two. We want to know this section right here. That's what we want to know. So we're just going to count it. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that gives me the exact same answer as it did when we made a subtraction problem. So use whatever skills that your teachers taught you to be able to solve that problem. Now we're going to go on and we're going to look at another story problem just to have a little extra practice. And so this problem says, I'm going to go ahead and write my no down. I always like to do that to make sure I can list everything that the story tells me. The temperature in Vancouver was -6 degrees. In Austin, the temperature was 10 degrees. How many degrees warmer was the temperature in Austin? So I've got Vancouver was -6 degrees. I have Austin was 10 degrees. And I want to know how many degrees warmer, okay? How much warmer? Well, what does that tell me? If I want to know how much warmer something is, wouldn't that be subtraction? So we're going to set up a subtraction problem, okay? So we're looking for how much warmer the temperature was in Austin. So I'm going to start with 10, and I'm going to say minus -6. And as you're looking at that, it's a minus problem again. So what we want to do is go ahead and do keep, change, change. Oh, I was going to change the color of my marker. So to do it, the rule in a different color. So keep, change, change. So I'm going to keep the 10. I'm going to change from minus to plus. In the second term, I'm going to change from -6 to +6, and that's going to give me 16 degrees. Well, that seems kind of weird when you're subtracting. You subtract and got seems like a larger number. But think about a thermometer and what it looks like, and maybe even draw a thermometer and just kind of take a little look at it and kind of see. So we know that Vancouver was down here at -6 degrees, and we know that Austin was at 10 degrees, and we want to know how much warmer Austin was. So I'm just going to count this up, going up here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And so that gives me 16 degrees. I know y'all wanted to hear me count all the way up there. So that's going to be 16 degrees warmer. But the key to doing story problems is to get all the information that you know. Look at those keywords and words that tell you whether it's positive or negative and tells you whether to add or subtract. Use a number line, use a vertical number line. Think it through. Draw a picture if you need to draw a picture. You do whatever you need to do to be able to solve the problem. And then always check your answer to make sure it makes sense. Looking at a number line, a vertical number line would help you see that 16 would make sense. So I hope you enjoyed the video today. I hope it helped you out a little bit, and we'll see you in the next video. You have a great day.